All right, let's jump right into this explainer for the AB-730 AI Business Professional exam. If you're looking to actually validate your chops using Microsoft 365 Copilot and generative AI, you're in the perfect place. Today, we're breaking down the official exam guide to make sure you know exactly what you need to focus on to pass.
Here's our agenda for today. We'll start by meeting the exam itself, map out the 3 core domains, do a deep dive into drafting content, cover summaries and moving data, and wrap up with essential exam logistics. Let's get to it.
Section 1. Meet the AB-730 exam. So who is this certification actually for? Well, as a candidate, you have to prove you can use generative AI elements, things like agents, notebooks, and pages, right inside the core apps you're probably already using every day, like Word, Teams, and Excel. And the most fascinating takeaway here, you do all of this without building AI apps or writing a single line of code. Zero. This is strictly about leveraging AI to drive real business outcomes, make informed decisions, and speed up those super common processes, like drafting an email or building a presentation. Section 2. Mapping the 3 domains. Okay, looking at the breakdown of what's actually measured, the spread is super interesting. You've got managing prompts and conversations taking up the biggest slice of the pie at 35 to 40%. Generative AI fundamentals sit at 25 to 30%. But today, we are zooming right in on that other crucial 25 to 30% chunk dedicated entirely to drafting and analyzing business content. This is quite literally where theory meets practical daily application. So it really begs the question, right? How do we take these massive generative AI tools and actually use them to draft tangible, everyday business documents? Section 3. Deep dive. Drafting content. The exam leans heavily, and I mean heavily, on your decision-making here. You have to know exactly when to spin up content from absolute scratch using just a prompt, versus when to use an existing document as your structural baseline. What really stands out about these requirements is that you have to show you can instruct the AI to build something totally new, but also, and this is key, how to ground the AI in a specific pre-existing work file so it generates a new document that aligns perfectly with your company's context. Section 4. Summaries and moving data. Now, beyond just writing new stuff, you have to prove you can use AI to really digest complex information. A major skill they assess is generating a management summary based on a long document. You know the drill, taking a giant, dense file and using Copilot to boil it down into those punchy, high-level, actionable insights that leaders actually need to make a quick decision. And it doesn't just stay in one app. You've got to understand the precise workflow for moving data and insights seamlessly across the entire Microsoft 365 ecosystem. It's not just about what happens in Word or Excel independently. The exam looks at how your context, like the app you're currently in or the specific work files you've opened, changes the AI's responses. Plus, how do you take a brilliant insight generated in one space and smoothly transport it to another to actually finish a business task? That's what they're testing. Of course, we don't work in a vacuum. To fully round out Domain 3, you have to prove you can use Copilot to enhance team collaboration. We're talking knowing how to use Microsoft 365 Copilot to manage meetings, leveraging Copilot pages for real-time teamwork, and really understanding the nuts and bolts of how Copilot uses memory and your specific instructions to tailor its help for you and your team. Section 5. Essential Exam Logistics. All right, 700. That is your magic number. Based on the exam updates mapped out as of July 22, 2026, you're going to need a score of 700 or higher to pass and officially grab that AI Business Professional certification. Just a few super critical things to remember from the study guide. Most of the questions focus on general availability, or GA features. But, and this is a big but, the exam might throw in questions on preview features if they are commonly used in the business world, so definitely stay sharp on those. Also, if the exam isn't localized into your preferred language, you can actually request an extra 30 minutes to complete it. Oh, and the best part? Once you pass, Microsoft Associate, Expert, and Specialty certifications do expire annually, but you can renew them by passing a completely free online assessment on Microsoft Learn. How great is that? When you're actually sitting down to study and get hands-on experience, there are 4 official resources you'll want to lean on. Microsoft's self-paced learning paths, their incredibly detailed documentation for Gen AI and Copilot, the exam sandbox, which is amazing for just getting a feel for the real testing environment, and practice assessments to see if you're test day ready. Honestly, linking your certification profile to Microsoft Learn is an absolute must here. Look, by mastering these specific drafting skills and really understanding exactly how Copilot interacts with your data, you are doing way more than just prepping for a 700 on the AB-730. You are unlocking a completely new level of professional productivity that will completely redefine your daily work. So here's what you need to ask yourself. Are you ready to stop doing all the manual heavy lifting and actually let AI help you drive your business forward?